I had this negative comment, and it's like there's 100 positive comments, but the one negative comment, I'm going to fixate on that, and then learning strategies to kind of cope with that over time.
And again, if I'd met you at that point and you said, this is what I've got, and I've got imposter syndrome, and I say, well, the first thing is see it as a very positive thing. It's very positive, imposter syndrome. It's not negative. If you see what the brain's doing, all it's saying is, can you check for me? So I said, this is the chimp at its best to me. So if you get imposter syndrome, the chimp brain is sending you a message to say, look, my job isn't to find solutions. That's your job, right? As the human, you find me the solution.
Yep.
I'll give you the warning. I'm doing my job. Are you an imposter? So your job is to say, thanks for the warning. Let's have a look at what I'm trying to do. And now, depending on the person, you might want to look at things like, am I articulate? Am I doing the job well? Do I get out of my guests on the podcast? Do I get the information the public want? You could go down that route, or you could say, I'm not going to go down that route because I don't know what the public will say. And let's be honest, the most vocal people are the negative ones. Yeah. So you will get a distorted statistic. You might go down a different route and say, let me look at my values. Yeah. Am I doing what I think is genuine? And if I reach 10 people doing this, is that more important to me than reaching 1 million who actually don't move anywhere? So again, I would work with you to say, let's look at the imposter syndrome. Yeah. Let's pick it up as a positive. Let's give it an answer. Let's give it a solution. And then let's work with it. So then it becomes a positive, productive thing, not a negative.
I was interviewing a clinical psychologist yesterday, and we were talking about the idea of holding thoughts at arm's length and not over-identifying with them. So I'm an imposter, I guess. If we over-identify with it and we view it as the truth, it becomes quite hard to act. But if we be like, oh, okay, thank you for the warning, I'll take that into account, treat it with lightness, then we can, I guess, take into account the information from the chimp, appreciate and thank the chimp, but choose to act in the way that we want to. I think
the difference is that it's the same. It's just different models. But what I'm saying is, if I look at the neuroscience, the orbitofrontal area is trying to give you information, but in an emotional way, because the only way it can communicate is to disturb you. That's its job, is to disturb you. Nice. And that gets your attention. So if you listen and use it correctly, then it stops disturbing you. But if you don't come up with something good enough, then it disturbs you again and says, have another go. And it keeps doing this until you come up with an answer which satisfies it. So it's getting back to homeostasis in the brain. It's saying we're meant to be at peace, but you're not doing your job. It's not the brain that's doing wrong. It's the human who's not finding solutions. And that's where it is hard. And sometimes, as you say, we're too close to it and we start listening to the chimp and saying, maybe I'm an imposter. And this is where it's great to have someone outside to be objective and say, okay, let me ask you the right questions and help you. If you can't get an answer, then friends or a therapist or anybody might come in and say, well, have you thought of this? And you think, oh, that's true. That's a different perspective.
Hey friends, thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this clip, then click here for the full unedited episode. And if you like that, then do please consider subscribing to the channel. It means a lot. Thank you so much and have a great day. Bye-bye.